Park is a big selection of rides and roller coasters. There's the tall one, the taller one, the scary one, the scarier one, the loopy one, and Nemesis Inferno. But in 2025, which are the ones that you need to make sure to ride on your next visit? In this video, I'm counting down the top 10 rides at Thorpe Park, and if you go on to enjoy it, I would appreciate it if you did consider subscribing. It would mean a lot, thank you in advance. Starting our countdown in 10th spot is Depth Charge, and it is the only water ride on this list. Depth Charge opened at Thorpe Park in 1991, right next to the entrance dome. There's not much going on with this ride, but it is good fun, and I would recommend going on it whenever you next visit. If anything, it's nice to just beat your friends on a race down. From cooling water rides to hot roller coasters, number 9 is Nemesis Inferno. This B&M inverted coaster opened in April 2003 and is the younger brother of Nemesis at Alton Towers. The ride takes you through the volcano with some really cool effects such as some water mists, however it rates slowly because it always is compared to the original Nemesis. You may also recognise Nemesis Inferno from its 15 minutes of fame in the original series of The In-Betweeners.
Now let's get on and sit at the front next to these inconsiderate poles.
Please don't hurt me for putting this on the list, but number 8 is The Walking Dead The Ride. I love a theatrical experience and this hits the nail on the head. Sort of. This indoor roller coaster used to be called X No Way Out, however after several rebrands reopened under the Walking Dead theme in 2018. Maybe a mistake at the time as the show actually ended a year after. If you're lucky, you might even see some live actors in the experience. But the reason this rated higher than Nemesis Inferno is because they tried something unique and I think it sort of paid off. If you're not a fan of being eaten by zombies, another way to get a headache is by taking a ride on number 6, Colossus. Opening a year before Nemesis Inferno in 2002, this ride originally broke records for the most inversions on a roller coaster, 10 to be precise. It's a fun ride and one worth doing, however make sure to take some paracetamol if you're planning to go on it. Because just like the headaches you get,
it never leaves you.
The final ride in the first half of this list, and the 6th place goes to the Swarm. This B&M wing coaster opened in 2012 on its own area of the park, Swarm Island. Talk about having a big ego. As opposed to being sat directly above or below the track, the trains are designed so you sit directly to the left or right hand side, giving you two completely unique experiences. A year after it opened in 2013, the Swarm's reign continued as the back rows were swapped round for the Swarm Brave It Backwards. This however only lasted 5 years, getting reverted back to normal for 2017. In my opinion, do the Swarm at either the start or the end of the day, because with the ride being on its own island, there's only one way to get there, and it's not a short way. I've talked about some roller coasters, now let's look at a flat ride, and number 5 is Samurai. Believe it or not, this Mondial Top Scan first opened at Chessington World of Adventures. I don't think they've put one of those there now. Take a seat on board one of the 6 arms and you'll be flung backwards and forwards, round and round until you feel too dizzy and want to do nothing else. And if you're lucky enough to sit on one of the far end seats, you're in for a sure treat. This ride is small but powerful, so don't miss it on your next trip. Another flat ride at number 4, and it's the final flat ride of the list, it's Detonator. This is arguably the best drop tower there is in the UK, rest in peace Apocalypse. If I have to explain to you the concept of a drop tower, then we're all wasting our time here. However, you know how it works, you go up, you fall down, there you are, you're off the ride. However, it is very intense and very fun. And if you look at the queue and you see it's only 15 minutes and you think, oh we'll come back to that later, go on it now because you will forget about it, and you should not forget about it. I don't know why I'm awfully passionate about Detonator.
Detonator, one of 3 new sensations at Thorpe Park. Thorpe Park, sensory overload.
In bronze position at number 3, it's Stealth, one of the few hydraulic launch roller coasters left in the world. This Intamin rocket launches you at 0 to 80 miles an hour in just 1.8 seconds, also making it the world's fastest accelerating roller coaster. Riders go up to a height of 205 feet, what was the tallest on the park but no longer is, before plummeting back down and hitting the brakes. Maybe the ride could have got silver, however it is just a bit of a one-trick pony. In second place, it's Saw the Ride. Now I've already said that I do like a theatrical experience. I love a theatrical experience, and this is another one of those. From the moment you enter the building to the moment you leave, you're immersed in the Saw franchise. And for a ride that's been around for 16 years, it's really good. Don't worry too much if you've got a fear of the Saw movies, just get on the ride, you will be fine. And throughout the queue line you're even able to see some of the actual props used within the Saw films.
So you thought the games were over? They've only just begun. Saw the ride at Thorpe Park.
To add tension to number 1 and to extend the runtime of this video, we're going to have a look at some honourable mentions. Make sure you include these on your next trip at Thorpe Park.
All aboard the ghost train. Believe if you dare. New at Thorpe Park Resort.
Storm Surge, you at Thorpe Park. Thrill out.
Zodiac, one of 3 new sensations at Thorpe Park. Thorpe Park. Sensory overload.
Finally, number 1 at Thorpe Park. You guessed it, it's Hyperia. The Golden Goddess at Thorpe Park stands at a height at 236 feet, and it's the tallest and fastest roller coaster in the UK. Now don't get me wrong, being first doesn't make it perfect, this ride has plenty of space for adjustments. But that's a different video and we're not covering that today. Hyperia is a solid attraction at Thorpe Park and a great addition to the lineup. And even if you're waiting up to an hour for this ride, just do it, you will be impressed. But that is it for the end of this video, I hope you enjoyed. If you disagree with my list, please put yours in the comments. I'd love to know where you think I am wrong. Once again, if you did enjoy this video, I would really appreciate it if you did subscribe to the channel. More videos are on the way, so stay tuned. And until then, stay safe.